Marami nagtatanong sa akin, what are the financial requirements for spouse visa? And those applying inside the country and outside the UK, which is either the Philippines or any country outside of the United Kingdom soil. In this particular video, I'm going to discuss with you the spouse visa UK financial requirements in 2020. And as you know that this particular financial requirements and minimum income requirements keeps changing. And from time to time, mga kapatid, I will be glancing on my notes because these are all numbers. And as you know, lawyers are not very, very good in numbers, so to speak. But I would like to give you an accurate figures on submission of documents for spouse visa, unmarried partnership, or fiancé visa, or FLRM, which is further leave to remain based on marriage. So these are all applying. So this covers 5 things. Number one, do you need to earn 18,600 pounds? Is this amount higher or lower? What income can you count? Anong klase ng income ang pwede mong ibilang to meet the financial requirements? What category? Kasi kanya-kanyang category yan eh. May income on employment, self-employment, cash savings, pensions, etc. etc. So itatakil natin yan. How exactly do you calculate your income? Can you combine your income from different sources? Pwede bang pagsamahin yung employment income plus self-employment income or yung employment to cash pension, etc. etc. And what financial documents do you need to submit for your spouse visa? But first, what are the spouse visa UK financial requirements anyway in 2020? And there's this paragraph A1 of the Appendix FM SE, the standard, the specified evidence. The spouse visa UK financial requirements in 2020 are that, number one, you must meet the level of financial requirement that applies to your application. Usually yan, mga kaibigan, 18,600 pounds. And you must earn this income from a permitted source of income. Ibig sabihin, kailangan legal yung hanap buhay. Hindi pwedeng ibilang yung, for example, attorney, pwede pong overstayer ako, nagtatrabaho ako, pwede mo bang ibilang yon? Hindi pwede. Yung savings, pwede yan. You must earn this income in a specific time period. So, ibig sabihin, may timeline. Hindi pwedeng, ang tagal-tagal mo na palang kinita yun, tapos ngayon mo pa i-submit. Hindi pwede, pag-uusapan natin yan. And you must include specific evidence to support your application. So I'm going to walk you through step by step, mga kaibigan, so you will understand. But don't worry, this is a Facebook video, and what I intend to do, I understand that these are all more on figures and numbers, etc., etc. So I would like to put this video linked to YouTube, and eventually I will edit it so that I can put some numbers for better understanding and comprehension. But for now, let us discuss one by one. What are the financial requirements? What are the financial requirements for spouse visa or partner's visa for 2020 guidance? Okay, step number one. Do you need to earn 18,600 pounds? The answer is yes. The majority of application will need to evidence a gross annual income of 18,600. And I'm talking about gross income as a gross annual income on employment. Yung nagtatrabaho ka na may employer ka. Pag-uusapan natin mamaya, yung self-employment, yung may kanya-kanyang business o may kanya siyang trabaho na siya ang nagbabayad ng tax. Ang tawag doon, self-employment. Pero for now, these are all employed. Employed ka. Meron kang employer. Okay? Sa 18,600, there are 3 things, 3 factors that can affect this. Number 1, whether there are dependent children who are also applying with you. So kung ang nag-a-apply, for example, asawa tapos may anak, dagdag yon, may dagdag na financial requirement. Number 2, na makakaapekto sa financial requirement is whether the applicant and or the sponsor have cash savings. So kung may naipon, kung may nakatago sa bangko, ibinibilang din yan. Pero pag-uusapan natin ano ang mechanism ng cash savings na yun. And whether the sponsors receive ay permitted benefit. So kahit naka-benefit yan at permitted naman ng gobyerno, kasama po ba yan? Pag-uusapan natin yan. But now, we will now discuss each of these. Pag-usapan natin. Number 1, if you have children, kung may mga anak, you may have to earn more than 18,600 pounds. And I'm talking about the sponsor. For example, yung sponsor mo, si John Smith, ito namang si Maria Clara, for example, ay nasa Pilipinas. So si John Smith ay kailangan kumita ng mas mataas doon sa 18,600 kung si asawa niyang si Maria Clara ay may kasamang anak papasok ng United Kingdom. Kasi minsan si Maria Clara, meron siyang anak sa unang asawa, tapos gusto rin kuhanin ni John Smith papasok ng United Kingdom. So si John Smith must be earning more than 18,600. At bago tayo pumalaot at lumayo mga kapatid, may tinatawag na sponsor. Ang sponsor dyan usually ay yung nasa United Kingdom. So in this particular example natin, si John Smith. Siya yung may papel. First of all, mga kaibigan, the children who are British national or European nationals or children who have indefinite leave to remain in the UK will not affect the 18,600 financial requirement. So kung anak mo ay British, tapos yung asawa lang naman na si Maria Clara, ang nasa Pilipinas ang papasok, so hindi kasama ang bata doon sa bilang na yun kasi yung bata British na. Okay? Rather, the 18,600 minimum income threshold will only be higher kung a child needs a visa to stay in the UK and is applying as a dependent at the same time as the main applicant. Usually yan, non-UK partner. Sabihin, sa ating example kanina, si Maria Clara na papasok ng United Kingdom at yung batang kasama niya, yung anak niya, ay dependent noong main applicant na si Maria Clara. Ano pa mga kaibigan? A child needs a visa to stay in the UK and is applying as a dependent before the main applicant reaches settlement. And then, the UK partner is also sponsoring a child. So, yung financial income threshold na yun, tataas yun sa 18,600 kung yung sponsor na si John Smith, ang ino-sponsoran niya, si Maria Clara at yung anak ni Maria Clara. Okay? Therefore, if no children are applying with the main applicant, the financial requirement will still be 18,600 pounds. But if there's one child with the main applicant, ang financial requirement dyan mga kaibigan ay 22,400. If there are two children kasama ang main applicant, 24,800. Uulitin ko. If you have two children who are applying with the main applicant, ang kailangan natin 24,800 pounds. If there are 3 children plus the main applicant, ang kailangan kitain dyan, 27,200. Now, pag-usapan natin, cash savings. Paano naman po kung nakaipon kami, may ipon kaming pera? If you have cash savings of 16,000 pounds or more, you may have to earn less than 18,600 pounds. So, ibig sabihin, kung meron kang naipon sa bangko na mas mataas doon sa 16,000 pounds, then therefore, yung minimum income requirements na 18,600, mas mababa na ngayon ang requirement sa'yo kasi may naipon ka ng 16,000 pounds. Cash savings of more than 62,500 pounds, if you or your UK partner have cash savings of more than 62,500 pounds, then this can meet the financial requirement alone. So kung ang naipon mo ay 62,500 pounds at the time of the application, depending on whether the 18,600 are met, it applies to you. Ibig sabihin, yung 62,500 na cash savings mo, sapat na yon para sabihin na na-meet mo na yung financial requirement. Okay? Number 3, mga kaibigan, paano naman po kung meron akong benefit, yung aking partner ay may benefit, nakakatanggap niyan? Ang tanong, yun bang benefit na tinatanggap ng partner ng sponsor dito sa pagkakataong ito, is that considered permitted benefit? Kung permitted benefit yan, pag-uusapan natin kung ano-ano yon, then the sponsor will not need to earn 18,600 as different tests will apply. So, iba yung requirement kapag ang sponsor mo, yung nagbibigay ng sponsorship, ay tumatanggap ng mga benefit from the government. Ano ba itong mga permitted benefits na ito, mga kaibigan? Number 1, Armed Forces Independence Payment or Guaranteed Income Payment under the Armed Forces Compensation Scheme. Sample, nasa military yan. Attendance allowance, carer's allowance, constant attendance allowance, disability living allowance o yung DLA, pwede rin yan, industrial injury disablement benefit, personal independent allowance o yung PIP, mobility supplement or war disablement pension under the War Pension Scheme, or severe disablement allowance o yung tinatawag nilang SDA. If the sponsor received one of these benefits, then you will need to meet the adequate maintenance test. Yung adequate maintenance test na yun, pag-uusapan natin yan siguro sa ibang video. Pero usually yan, in layman's term, basta yung sponsor mo, for example, kukuhanin ka si Maria Clara na nasa Pilipinas o yung i-sponsoran na Pilipina, for example, ay hindi mangangailangan ng additional benefit, usually sapat na yan. Pero pag-uusapan natin yan, mga kaibigan, sa isang video pa para matapos lang natin ito. Step number 2. What sources of incomes can you include in order to meet the financial requirement? Ano ba yung mga source of income na pwede nating ibilang para masabi natin na na-meet na natin yung minimum income requirement? Number 1, we will discuss seven sources of income that can be used to meet the financial requirement. Number 1, employment income. Employment income. Number 2, self-employment income. Number 3, dividend income. Number 4, cash savings, yung pinag-uusapan natin kanina. Pension income, yung pension. Property rental income. And then, income that falls under the other sources of income. So, pag-uusapan natin yan. Pag-usapan muna natin yung mga madadali, yung mga common. Yeah? Employment income. For applications that are made or being made outside the UK, it is generally only the UK partner's employment income that can be counted towards the financial statement or the financial requirement. Ibig sabihin, for example, nasa Pilipinas si Maria Clara, papasok ko ng United Kingdom, ang asawa mo si Johnny Smith, hindi pwedeng bilangin ng Home Office o ng British Embassy yung kinikita ni Maria Clara sa Pilipinas, hindi yung kasali. Ang usually binibilang lang yung income ng asawa niya na nasa UK mainland. Naunawaan natin, mga kaibigan. Okay? Number 2, for applications that are being made inside the UK. For example, si Maria Clara, nasa UK na siya. Okay? Pero mag-a-apply pa rin siya under the spouse or partner's visa. Okay? Under the FLRM visa. Then the applicant's employment income can be included if the applicant is lawfully in the UK with permission to work. For example, yung applicant, si Maria Clara, allowed naman siya mag-work, nakalagay naman sa kanyang biometric residence permit, work permitted, tapos yung asawa niya, si Johnny Smith, nagtatrabaho din. So, pwedeng pagsamahin yung income nilang dalawa to provide that the applicant has met the financial requirement. Okay? Number 3, mga kaibigan, the UK partner's employment income can be from working both inside and outside the UK. For example, may mga client ako na nasa UK sila, pero yung asawa nila naka-base sa Dubai. Pwede bang bilangin yon? Yes. Pwedeng bilangin yon. Basta ang mahalaga, mga kaibigan, usually yun bang asawa na nasa abroad na yon, patuloy siyang nagbabayad ng buwis sa loob ng United Kingdom. Okay? Yung self-employment naman, mga kaibigan. Ano naman tong self-employment? Ito yung mga tao na may sariling business or ang tawag sa kanila is self-employed person. In the UK immigration law, self-employment income includes only those who are self-employed as a sole trader, as a partner, or those who are in a franchise. Okay? Self-employment, mga kaibigan, should not be confused with those who earn an income from a UK limited company that they own. The documents required and calculated gross of income is completely different. Kaya kanina sinasabi ko sa inyo, yung gross income ng employed person should not be construed as the same gross income kapag self-employment ang gusto mong i-declare to provide that you have met the financial requirements. Pag-uusapan natin in detail yung self-employment kung may mga tanong kayo. But for now, I just want to give you a general eye view of the spouse visa financial requirement for 2020. Dividend income. Ito naman yung may mga dividend income. This can include towards the financial requirement as well. However, there are two types of dividend income under the UK immigration rules. Dividend income from a non-specified limited company. Number 2, dividend income from a specified limited company. Pag-uusapan din natin yan. Pero kung hindi ito masyadong popular sa mga Pilipino at hindi ito masyadong popular sa mga tao, so medyo skip natin muna ito. Pero at least kung kayo ay gusto nyo i-declare yung dividend income, I will again discuss in a separate video after this. Yung cash savings yan. Cash savings, marami din naman kasing mga nakakaipon. If either the applicant or UK partner have a cash savings of over 16,000 pounds, this could be used to either reduce the minimum income threshold amount, usually 18,600, or to satisfy it completely. So kung ang naipon mo ay higit sa 16,000, 16,000, I don't know kung paano sabihin sa Tagalog yon. Ito daw ay pwedeng isama dun sa calculation ng income requirements. But for the majority of the applications where the minimum income threshold of 18,600 applies, 62,500 is the amount of cash savings that is generally required to meet the financial requirement alone. So kung nakaipon ka ng 62,500, yung 18,600 na yon, hindi na yon ang requirement sa'yo. Sapat na yung 62,500 para ipakita mo sa home office na na-meet na namin yung 18,600. Ang gusto lang naman ng government dyan hindi ka hihingi ng benefits kapag ikaw ay nabigyan ng visa. Kung 62,500, sasabihin ng home office, well, sapat na yon para mabuhay ka ng maayos at hindi ka hihingi ng benepisyo. Yun lang naman ang usapan dito, kaya nire-require nila tayo na magkaroon ng ganyang proof na meron tayong sapat na kakayahan to sustain, accommodate, and maintain ourselves in the United Kingdom without recourse to public funds. Yun ang sinasabi natin, mga kaibigan. Pension income. Pension income received by either the applicant and the UK partner or both can be included provided the correct documents are submitted. So kung nakaka-receive ka ng state pension, mga kaibigan, kasama yan. This can be a state pension either in the UK, from the UK, or from abroad, an occupational pension or a private pension pwedeng isama yan sa bilang ng meeting ng financial requirement. Property rental income. For example, nagpapaupa kayo sa ng property, nagpaparenta, pwede rin isama yan mga kaibigan. Property rental income can be included towards the financial requirement. But there are two requirements that must be met in order to count this. Two. Number one, the property must be owned by you or by your partner or in both of your names jointly. So, kailangan yung property pinapaupahan mo nasa pangalan ninyo o nasa pangalan mo ng asawa na nag-a-apply. Or the property must not be your main residence. Yan, hindi pwedeng nakatira ka doon sa bahay na yon tapos nagpapaupa ka ng kwarto, hindi pwede yon. And must not be the residence that you intend to live in once the visa is granted. Okay, so maliwanag. And then lastly mga kaibigan, pag-usapan natin ano yung other sources of income. In the immigration rules, there are several sources of income that are grouped under the label of non-employment income. Ano yung non-employment income na yun mga kaibigan? This can include, number one, dividends or other income from investments, bonds, trust funds, or stocks and shares. Ito yung mga nasa stock market, kumikita ka dyan, pwede mo ring ibilang yung other sources of income. Meron din silang tinatawag na a maintenance grant or stipend, which is given because of undergraduate or postgraduate research or study. Meron din silang widowed parents allowance, bereavement payment, bereavement allowance, and UK maternity allowance. So, kung nasa maternity leave ka at tumatanggap ka pa rin ng sweldo, pwede mong ibilang yan. Pwede mong isama doon sa other sources of income. Payments under the War Pension Scheme, pwede rin yan. Or the Armed Forces Compensation Scheme, pwede rin yan. Or the Armed Forces Attributable Benefit Scheme, pwede rin yan. Ongoing royalty payments. For example, meron kang naka-invento ka, nakagawa ka ng isang kanta na nagkakaroon ka ng royalty fee o royalty payments. Isa kang sikat na mga awit o manunugtog na lahat ng iyong mga ginawang kanta at mga awit at mga dula at sayaw ay nagkakaroon ngayon ng royalty. Yan. Kung meron. Ongoing payments from a structured legal settlement. Pwede rin yan. For example, nagkaroon ka ng legal settlement, whatever, naghiwalay or divorce, whatever, nagkaroon ng kaso, tapos binayaran ka, pwede mo ring isama yan. And then, lastly, ongoing insurance payments. Okay? Kung may mga bayad ng insurance na binabayaran ka, pwede rin yan. Step number 3, mga kaibigan. What category does your income fall under? Anong category yung income na ibinibigay mo sa home office? The category that your income will fall under will depend on your few specific factors such as employment status. Depende kung ano ang status mo sa employment mo. Example, nagtatrabaho ka sa ganitong kumpanya, malamang employed ka. So, employed ang status mo. Usually yan, category A. If your income relates to a limited company, it is also very relevant whether shares of this company are held by you, your partner, or by your family members, or either you or your partner. This is because the limited company may be specified limited company. Pwede natin pag-usapan yan eventually, mga kaibigan. So, employment income. Sa employment income, mga kaibigan, pag-usapan natin yan, the first thing that you need to find out is whether your employment income is a specified limited company or not. Ibig sabihin, if your employment income is not from a specified limited company, the relevant categories are category A and category B. Kasi may kanya-kanyang category yung financial requirement. Depende kung saan ka papasok. So, makikita mo yan kapag nag-apply ka, anong category ka papasok. So, mahalagang malaman natin anong category yung income natin. So if your employment income is from a specified limited company, the relevant categories are category F or category G. Okay? So, pag-uusapan din natin yan mga kaibigan sapagkat napakarami itong employment, minimum income requirements, masyadong madami. But for now mga kapatid, ayoko na magpakahaba. Pero mapapansin mo lang, ang marami sa mga Pilipino lang naman dyan, usually pumapasok yan sa employed, yung employment category A, or self-employed, or cash savings. Very, very few ang mga kliyente ko na pumapasok sa dividends or pumapasok sa ibang other sources of income. Kaya, ang i-discuss ko lang sa inyo mga kaibigan ngayon for the purpose of this video is yung employment, self-employment, at mainly property rental income, pwede rin yan, at saka yung cash savings. Kaya, at least nakapanood na kayo mga kaibigan. Kung may mga tanong po kayo, let me know on this comment below and then I will try to discuss it on the next video. Marami pong salamat. Bye-bye!